I just follow your rules, huh?
Alright everyone, so just a quick reminder, check your phones, make sure they're on silent, check your laptops, anything that might beep, make sure they're on silent. Welcome to the second official pre-match press conference for tomorrow's match between Australia and Indonesia. So that right now we have Indonesia, so welcome to the press conference. We might as well just get the press conference started right away. So if anyone has questions, raise your hand, we'll bring the microphone around.
All right, Patrick.
Hi.
So it's a big challenge for you, fresh as the new manager, and then immediately, like a team, I think half the players must have a jet lag. Maybe some players are in Ramadan, and then you have like a few training sessions to start and bring something new to the team. So where do you start? Where do you focus on?
True, all the things you say are true, but that's not an excuse, of course. The challenges are there to accomplish, and we're ready. Although the situation that you just mentioned, those are the situations that are unfortunately the truth. But I think the team is ready. They know what we expect tomorrow. So we look forward to play the match tomorrow.
Is there something you wanted to change immediately?
No, changing is impossible at the moment. But of course, there's things I don't have to explain here, but there will be some things change, but that's between us.
Jay, of course, he's sitting right next to you. Patrick, the new manager, the new technical staff. What's your first impression on what's different from what you are used to with Timnas?
No, of course it's really different. The coach we had was here for 5 years. I've worked with him for a little bit over a year, so I knew him quite well. But the staff we have right now, and yeah, of course the names are already quite big, of course in Holland and in the world as well, because of course the coach had a very good career. So yeah, of course some things are different, but sometimes, yeah, when things change, it's good as well, and it's a good challenge what the coach said already before. And yeah, we're ready for tomorrow, even though we have a new staff, we have some new players in the team as well. But yeah, what I said before, we're ready for tomorrow.
Patrick, the expectation for you are very high, with many hoping you'll do better than previous coach. Meanwhile, you only held 2 training sessions, including 2 days official training.
Yeah.
Can you live up to those expectations?
If I can. Well, I tried my best, of course. It's not easy. As Jay just said, the coach Inte was there for 5 years, did a very good job. A lot of respect he earned in Indonesia, and well respected. But he had 2 days training. Players are coming in quite late. But again, that's not an excuse. Also players from Australia came in late, from Europe or whatever. But we're ready, and that's the most important thing. And the expectations, of course, there's always expectation. And we're doing our best to accomplish the expectations.
About the players, the public was quite surprised with your decision not call up Asnawi Mangkualam. Do you have any specific reason for that decision?
No specific reason, because there are many players that are in the squad. But the most important thing is the game from tomorrow, and not about the players who are yes or not in the squad. I am very happy with the squad that I chose, and we need to work towards the game of tomorrow.
First to Jay, hi. I think I'd like to know, I think as a team captain, yeah, what is your point of view on the arrival of new players coming in, and what message actually you try to give them in knowing that, this is a very crucial match?
Yeah. No, I think the federation is doing a great job with attracting new players to play for Indonesia, to play for their family, to play for their country, like me as well, like I did over 1 year ago. And no, I think they're doing a great job in it. And for me, my message is when new players arrive, that even though we come from different parts of the world, we were born in different places, we still fight for the same colors, and we still have a duty to defend and represent the country. So that's more or less what I'm saying. And I think everybody that has arrived now, even though it's been a couple of days and already before with other new players that arrived. I think they've integrated really well in the group, and I think the vibe in the group is really well as well.
Okay, and to you, Coach Patrick, how has the team adapted to your coaching style and philosophy? I know you don't really have enough time, right? But we'd like to know. We're very curious.
Well, the training of yesterday was fantastic. I need to say that because we don't have any time to do our thing that we want to do. But the things that we did yesterday and what we're going today give me a very good expectation. The vibe in the group is good. The exercises that we do, they were brought up and picked up very quickly. So the boys are getting very quickly the things that we want from the training exercises.
Joey Lynch for ESPN. Patrick, Jay, thank you for your time this evening. Patrick, first for you, you mentioned before about how you don't have much time to change things, so maybe you've answered it a bit, but I'd love you to elaborate. In Jakarta, we saw Indonesia, they defended well, they sat back. Australia had a lot of possession, but didn't do much with their possession and territory. Does that mean that we should expect more of that tomorrow, that you will look to frustrate Australia, hit them in transition and take something from the game?
I like to play football, and I watch, of course, every games. The most important thing is that we do our thing and respect Australia. So you will see tomorrow what we're going to do.
And you've been asked about the limited training sessions you've had with the team, but it's been a while since you were appointed. What did the previous months look like? Were you sending vision to the players to give them insight into what you want? Were you sending them things to read? Were you trying to use that time before you got them into training to at least instill with them some of your philosophy?
Well, the most important thing is that I need to have checked my players quite well. It's very difficult to send things to players while they're in their own club. So the most important thing is that me and my assistant coaches went to the games, talked with the players, shared out philosophy, and that's the most important thing because you don't want to get too much in their minds while they're in their own club working as hard as possible.
And question for you, Jay. Traditionally, Australia has dominated Indonesia and Asian competition, but we're seeing the new players that Indonesia are bringing in, so many of them that have spent their entire footballing lives, even from childhood, in elite academies, learning the game. Do you feel like we're seeing now a point where Indonesian players can challenge an even better Australian players on a technical and physical level?
My short answer will be, we'll see tomorrow. That will be my short answer, but I think yes, I think we showed already the last year, more or less, maybe a little bit more, that Indonesia is a country that has to be dealt with. I think we've showed it as well in this group already. The first game, what you mentioned, against Australia and also against the other teams. Also in November, the last game we won against Saudi Arabia, which was, the first time ever also a win in this round for our country. So you see we're developing and building inside the organization. So going back to my first answer, we will see tomorrow.
Hi Patrick, I'm Jasmine from TV1. My question actually relates to the previous question. What do you think is the biggest strength of the Australian national team, and how do you make sure that Indonesian team will be able to beat that?
Well, they have a lot of personality in the group. I think that Mr. Popovic did a good job in that. Individual qualities they have as well. They have a very solid group. And what we going to do about this? Well, we have also a very solid group, individual qualities, and try to get Australia on the weak places.
Hi Patrick, Devrio Nandi, Konpers.com, Indonesia. As you mentioned before, over the past couple of months since you got appointed, you've been you and your coaching staff have been on a bit of a road trip across Indonesia, having a good look of the state of Indonesian football. What were your main takeaways from that road trip?
Well, that Indonesian football locally is really under construction, and they're going to do a very good job in the future. Level could be a little bit better, but I'm very satisfied with what I saw. But it's such a big country with such enormous potential, in his players, in the recruitment. So I'm looking very good, very positive in Indonesian football.
On tomorrow's game, the Socceroos have quite a few unavailable players coming to this match. How does this affect your ambition and tactical approach coming to the game?
It doesn't affect nothing because, of course, everybody knows that important players are not in the squad, but the players who Tony is going to put up, they have an opportunity to prove themselves as well in the new squad. So we don't underestimate nobody in the squad, and I think we need to focus on our own, but also respect the players of Australia, of course.
So Patrick, of course, you are a striker yourself. You've also been a striker coach. Now, attacking quality in Indonesia, that can be like there are a lot of defenders, but attacking-wise, there can be improvements. From so far, what you've seen from the team, how do you rate the attack of Indonesia?
That's what you say. that can be proved. Everything can be improved, of course, but I'm very happy about the quality that we have in the group. Everything can be better. Like I said, we didn't have many times to train, but still got a very good feeling about my team, about my players individually, and we will see tomorrow. You know, we can talk a lot, but the exercises of tomorrow is the most important thing.
So you've been, you met the fans of Indonesia as well. They can be very intense. What has the reception of you been with the fans of Indonesia so far?
Fantastic. They received me very good. Very happy with the fans of Indonesia. And tomorrow we hope to have a positive result to bring back to Jakarta and to Indonesia.
Patrick, part of your coaching journey involved working under Ange Postecoglou at Brisbane Roar. I'm not sure if they were Queensland Roar or Brisbane Roar back then from memory. Brisbane Roar.
Yes.
Could you give us an insight into that and what sort of influence working under Ange and working at Brisbane had on you?
Well, it was in the beginning of my coaching period, and what I did in Brisbane was 2 months. I went over because we had the same manager at that time. But Ange is fantastic. That's the only thing that I remember, and it was a really, really long time ago. The influence that Ange has on his team, the way he plays, the way he transmits what he wants from the players is impressive. We also saw that in Tottenham Hotspur, of course, and the way he trains, the way he wants the best out of the players, that really excited me, and I really learned a lot from Ange. And the way he talks with the players, I really respect that.
Hi, Patrick. Yeah, just sort of going back to that period where you were in Brisbane, from what you've seen of Australia's games more recently, in preparation for this perhaps, has Australian football changed much in those 14 years, do you think?
I think the football of Australia changed drastically, in a positive way. But I think in football in general in the world is transforming in the positive way. A lot of countries select very good coaches to improve football. And from the time that I was in Brisbane till now, really football is elevated to a different level.
A question for Jay. Tomorrow's game is considered by many Indonesian fans to be the most important game in this nation's history. A win tomorrow could put us in pole position for an automatic spot to qualify to the World Cup, a dream that seems incomprehensible just a couple of years ago. How are you handling the prospect of captaining this side tomorrow, leading the team out, potentially changing the trajectory of Indonesian football forever?
Good question. Very good question. Now, how I handle it, I just try to focus on everyday tasks. What do we have to do today? We have the training. What's important? We speak about tactically with the staff. We speak about what we have to do. We speak between the players, what this game means to us, and I'm not expecting anything else than our absolute best tomorrow, like we did in every other game so far, and when we represent our country. This is what I already said before about the new players. It's really important that everybody understands that we're fighting and representing our country. 280 million people are on our backs, and yeah, we feel that as well, and that's why, to be honest, for me personally, I don't feel the extra pressure. I just feel the extra support from everybody. So I think this will give us an extra boost as it has already so far. And yeah, hopefully, and I truly believe it, in the next years we can put Indonesia on the map.
One last question before the bus training.
For Patrick, maybe Indonesia never won against Australia since 1981. Any comment about that?
Long time ago. Yeah, and tomorrow we try to have the first victory in those in the long time that they didn't win. And we're looking forward. We come to have a good result. As Jay already said, we prepared to fight for the country. And have a good result. And we can speak a lot of things and discuss a lot of things, but tomorrow on the pitch, then you need to show what you're worth.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Patrick, Jay, I just want to quickly introduce this Sam. Sam's come all the way from Holland.
Sam, yeah, I know Sam.
You know Sam well. Thank you.